So the second thing that we're learning this week, besides sketching from a table of values, is actually how to make a table of values using an equation. And this is done through substitution of numbers for those variables. So again, like we learned in algebra, you can replace that letter with any number. So the example I'm going to show you first is if a is 5, then and 3a plus 2 is an expression, what would it equal? And so what you do is you substitute the value of 5 for the letter A. So how you do that is, like I showed you last day, is you, in brackets, to remind you that it's multiplication, you replace the A with a 5. So we then simplify the expression using order of operations, or BEDMAS. And so you do multiplication first, so 3 times 5 is 15, and then you add 2, so that would equal 17. So the coordinates we would have is x is equal to what we inputted, which is 5, y is equal to what came out, so we'd end up with a 5, 17, and that would be our coordinates. So the way I'm going to show you doing this is through the equation y is equal to 2x minus 3. And you can pick any numbers you want for x. I like to keep them small just because it makes calculations a lot easier. And you can pick anything from -10 to positive 10 based on this grid. But I'm going to keep it small. So I'm going to go -2, -1, 0, 1, 2. But if you want to go 0 to 5, you can if you want to stay positive. I like to kind of have a variety around this graph. And again, you take this number and you're going to just plug it in for x. So the way I like to show my work is I'm going to go y equals 2 bracket -2 minus 3. And we know 2 times 2 is 4, and when you have a negative times a positive, it's going to be negative. So we have -4, and then you subtract 3 is -7. And then the coordinates, so this is x and this is y, so the coordinates are going to be -2, -7. And we're going to keep working through these questions, doing the same thing, replacing the x with the bracket of the number we've chosen. So -2 minus 3 is -5. And I'm just going to work through all of these quickly. You can use a calculator. You're more than welcome to. And again, you go x and y. So we are going to have -1, -5, 0, -3, 1, -1, and 2 and 1. So going down to our grid, we're going to again plot these. So I'm going to go 2 and then down 2 because it's negative again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then -1, 2, 0, -3, 1, -1, and 2, +1. And again, because it's a relation, because we have this equation right here, we do have to connect the dots. So, and I'm just going to highlight the dots again. So again, don't forget your arrows because it continues forever. Again, if I had picked any other numbers, we could have been on this line somewhere else, as well as the dots. And you're going to show all this work in the assignment for this week.